1000 necks or full Torva, whichever comes first. We are finally here. We made it. Feels like it's been years that I've been talking about this. We're gonna do necks, and then we'll probably do like necks, the infamous necks, and also necks. Unless you can use that at necks. Potentially we have to kill necks. Today is the day that necks comes out. Yeah. That is a lot of necks, but we are actually finally here. So will we get 1000 necks KC, or will full Torva come first? I guess there's only one way to find out. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Actually, before we jump into the video, one more thing. This is not an ad. Everything's fine. Relax. I'm just here to say that in case you wanted to watch me kill necks, a lot of necks, I will actually be streaming for like maybe 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 to 7 days a week for the next few months over on kick.com. I recently announced my partnership with them. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there in case you wanted to come hang out with me, because I've been hanging out with a lot of you since I started streaming over there, and it's incredibly intimate. We've been having a great time. So feel free to come on over. Link is in the description. Also in the description, I'll put some of my thoughts about my decision to partner with Kick. There is kind of a lot of moving parts here in my partnership with Kick, as well as 31 other old school content creators' partnerships with Kick. Actually made it into a Forbes article this morning. So anyway, yeah, that's probably enough on that. Now let's actually go ahead and jump into the video. Alrighty, so before we go ahead and get started with necks, I just want to clear up a little bit of inventory space. In the last video, we just finished up completing our set of full Virtus. I have this one Virtus robe top that I don't have a use for. It's worth about 70 mil. I'm just going to go ahead and drop this over to the bond alt. Should be able to get us like 2 or 3 bonds these days, right? Once we click it on the alt, we can't go back. Boom, there it is. The deed has been done. And then just real quick here, I'll go ahead and just instant sell a bunch of the stuff that we got in the last few videos from our DT2 boss grind, including the Virtus, of course, putting us from 317 mil up to 407. That is a nice juicy 100 mil or so profit. The last thing we'll do before starting the next is, yeah, dealing with these dwarf weeds. So we're going to need to get 2000 wines of Zami. And I guess that means we're going to go telegrab them in the wilderness, which means I'm going to have to death pile all my stuff on the ground in Priftinus while I go telegrab them, and then reset my loot pile at least once per hour, because if I don't, then it will just be deleted from the game. So that's not at all stressful. All right, so I am really not looking forward to this. It's currently 11:30 p.m. So I guess that's nice in terms of maybe not being peak hours. This is just not a good time. Any UIM will attest. If I were to wipe the account at this point, it would just be curtains on the series. So we get down to 1 HP with the locator orb. And if there's like a server outage or something when our loot's on the ground, then we're probably just fucked. So here we go. We are dead. Now let's get going, because I suppose the sooner we complete this, the better. So I don't really know what the best way to do this is. We're gonna need some law runes. So I guess I'll just get 100k, come by an air staff, and then yeah, let's see. We'll just put the entire cash stack into law runes. 357 law runes sounds good to me. And supposedly, if we come over to the deep wilderness dungeon and we come all the way to the end here by this mysterious pool, there will be a wine of Zamorak spawn. Would you look at that? Now supposedly when I get this thing, I hope this guy's not going to get on us. Okay, thank God. Yes, it's noted. Perfect. That's exactly what we want, because if it was unnoted, this would be useless. And in this place, it respawns in like 3 seconds. And yeah, the reason we're able to do this is because we have the wilderness hard diary done. All wines of Zami that you get in the wilderness become noted. This just so happens to be the fastest spawn. It's like way faster than the Chaos Temple spawn. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I will check in with you guys for the next step. Alrighty, so we got about 20 minutes left on our death timer before our stuff disappears. I'm just gonna go ahead and run back now, because I'm just paranoid I wrote down the time wrong, or we'll just run into a clan of de-spearers and they'll just like prevent me from getting back to my stuff in time. So I'm just gonna be doing this extremely carefully. Hey, there's a guy. You don't want to see that out here. Another guy. Oh shit. Okay, well, we'll just lever out of here. There is our stuff. It did indeed not disappear. You'll love to see it. So yeah, now what I'm gonna do is pick it up, and then we are going to suicide again. We're gonna reset the loot. Okay, so now all this stuff is gonna have a 1 hour timer on it. And yeah, there is 1 cycle completed. So looks like we'll have to do that about 6 or 7 more times, assuming we get 300 wines per cycle. Honestly, not too bad. So yeah, let's keep on going here.
Bruh.
Oh wait, what the heck? Eli OP? Isn't that a guy?
Oh my god, it's UIM Loki. Isn't this like a fucking Well-known motherfucker. Isn't that like a huge UIM?
Narrator, colon, yeah. He's a guy. Dude, who the hell, what the hell? Why, how did he find me? How did... Alright guys, how's it going? It's a brand new day. Just finishing up a trip here. We are coming in with a PB .000000375 billion Zamrock wines. That's literally a billion Zamrock wines. It's never been done before. Resetting the loot pile. Bro. Okay, I just hop worlds to the most populated world, world 330 for the house party world. It turns out that the spawn here is like 50% faster in high pop worlds. I didn't know that was still a thing, but yeah, according to the wiki, the Wine of Zammy spawn is 2 seconds on high pop worlds and 3 seconds on low pop worlds. So this is going to be like 50% more Wines of Zammy an hour, and I can definitely tell. It's just funny because I thought that that wasn't a thing. Like I remember on the day that Old School came out, it was a thing, but then after like a year of no updates or whatever, like there wasn't enough people to even have high pop worlds, and I thought Jagex like just decided to get rid of it, but I guess for some things it's still a thing, and that is a cool thing to know. Anyways, with this inventory, we are now done. That didn't take too long, just about 5 hours or so. And I am happy to never have to go to the wilderness ever again. Except we probably will at some point for something. Yeah, maybe we should just go for the Void Waker instead of doing all this. Every time our stuff is just not there. It feels so good. I just assume it's gonna be gone every time we come back. Alrighty, so first things first, I went ahead and suicided to Hespori. We'll go ahead and withdraw our dwarf weed, and we will get to cleaning it. Nice little 400k to make into unfinished pots. It's a her, don't mind if I do. And if you've never seen a UIM make potions before, you unnote the things on the banker, and then you make the potions. Make them, and then once you make them, you bank them. Haha, just kidding, I can't do that though. But I bet I got you. Sorry, it's late and I'm tired. You decant them on Bombarder, he notes the potions for you, and then you make some more potions, and there you go. Now you're an honorary UIM. Alrighty friends, we're all done with the Wines of Zammy, making the range potions. These are just incredibly satisfying to consume. I guess because of how costly it is to acquire them in terms of time. Yeah, we are closer to Nex than we've ever been before. In fact, we are so close to Nex that I am literally going to go over there. So we are effectively at Nex, and that is a bit scary. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I watch a guide on Nex, I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? How do you know what to do? But I'm sure we'll figure it out. And yeah, so I guess we will get the inventory ready. And the long journey is about to commence. Oh my fucking god, that put such a huge dampener on the mood. That took me 3 hours to get this Dragon Defender. And with that, we can now store our Slayer Helm in the stash unit over here, because I want to bring the Avernic, which was previously in the stash unit, so now I get a Dragon Defender placeholder. I believe this is the 4th time we've done this grind on the account. It's usually just before like big grinds, so... Hey, wait, did you try? I didn't even see him say that. It is indeed tragic that we're here. Fucking rank 28 UIM. I guess we should take a lesson from our friend here and get going on the gains, because we are never going to get front page just like him if we keep standing here talking. I'm not procrastinating Nyx with this hard clue. You're procrastinating Nyx. Stop it. Oh, thank god, a master clue. We can not go to Nyx still. No, a wilderness step, so we have to go to Nyx. Alright, so the actual last thing we need to do is just collect like an inventory or so of super anti-poisons, because apparently Nyx will poison you, but not if you're got these, so we're gonna get some of these. Once again, we're just gonna decant them on Bombarder, but you guys already knew that was coming because you're all such good honorary UIMs. And then, yeah man, we're gonna hop on the Arceus spellbook for the Thralls. We can teleport directly to God Wars thanks to our Gommel's Avernic Defender 5 that you get from completing the Master Combat Achievements, which we have done of course. And then, yeah, you come to the Zaros Frozen Door here, and then we are gonna be ready to go to Nyx. Well, we're finally at Nyx. After all has been said and done, I've been talking about Nyx for like months, and we're finally here. Our ancient item that we have here so we don't get attacked by these guys is the Ancient Blessing. I don't think that's a very good item to have, but it's what we have, so we'll have to make do until we get something better. I'm pretty sure like the Zaros Van Braces that you get as a drop from Nyx are probably like one of the best things we can get. But yeah, as you can see right there, killing one spiritual mage gave us 5 Nyx essence, so that is going to be really good. We only have to get like 25 to get access to 1 Nyx next kill. So it means we only have to kill 5 of these things, which is not that many at all. Oh god, we just got hit a fucking 31. Jesus Christ. Okay, gotta be a little more careful. Also, I'm pretty sure most of these monsters drop some next items. There's something called the Ancient Ceremonial Robe set that you can get from these guys. It's storeable in the POH, so that might be something useful to go for. Oh, dude, holy shit, we just got it. Ancient Ceremonial Mask. I guess we grab that. That's fucking collection log slot. Dude, where is that even a collection log slot at? I've never even heard of that. That sounds like a sick ass item. That sounds like one of the best items in the game, if I'm honest. But it's just like this thing. Yeah, it's not even in the next log. But I was gonna get to this anyway. As you can see, we've got 25 next KC, and that is because we already completed the next combat achievements. So if we just open this up real quick, I guess we didn't complete all of them. We just completed enough of them to get the Master Combat Achievement tier unlocked. So we have a few more of these to go. Next trio, perfect next. We'll get those done passively. I guess that means we can actually just go ahead and drop off the Ancient Blessing into the POH. We can just keep the rune arrows equipped, and then we can just T-bow the Zaros mages for our Zaros essence that we need to do the kills. Probably just we'll hold on to this Ancient Ceremonial Mask for the full length of this grind, because I don't see why not. So yeah, that's actually sick that we got that so early, because now we can just T-bow the Zaros mages. Apparently this is the best way to kill these things. Alright, so I'm told that it's best practice to like stack up a bunch of Ancient Essence. So we've got 145. That'll be enough for 5 next kills, I think, because we do 1 kill trips. And yeah, so I guess we're ready. I don't exactly have a team yet. I'm still searching for people from my Discord. But yeah, so here we are. Oh god, we're getting so close. Can I turn back? Can I turn back? I don't want to do this. Okay. Yeah, open the door. The door uses 25 Ancient Essence as we open it. There's a bank here. Of course, I can't use a bank. That's fine though. But yeah, so we can unload our potions on this guy, which is extremely convenient. And then we can just go into the next boss room right there. So I guess I'll wait for a team to spontaneously appear in front of me, and then we'll go in there for the first time since I guess we did the combat achievements here, which was never a very efficient thing. We just did like masses. So we weren't like really even doing any of the mechanics properly. But now we're going to be doing like duos, trios, which are way different than masses. So yeah, I guess I'll let you guys know when we are ready to go. All right, well, spent about an hour waiting in the lobby. Couldn't find a team in the Discord. So I figured I'd at least just come do some next masses, kind of refamiliarize myself with the territory a bit. And this is probably the best point for me to introduce you to the boss in case you've never done it, which I'm guessing a lot of you probably haven't. I don't know, this is actually getting to be kind of a clusterfuck, but I guess I don't have to think at all, so I can just talk about this really quick. In case it's not obvious throughout this video, I have been resistant to the idea of going to next just because it's so overwhelming whenever I think about it. Like I mentioned, every time I watch a guide, there's just so much information. I just get like, my mind just erupts with paralyzing anxiety. But I am going to break down this fight for you in such a simple way. It's going to be great. Okay, here we go. Nex will attack you. And that's pretty much it. I'm not even joking. That's it. Now, even though that's it, let's add one layer of complexity to it. Nex is a general of the god Zaros. This is the symbol for Zaros. Zaros is the patron of ancient magics, which you will notice because his symbol is the ancient magic symbol. And I know that you're still with me because I've only said one thing. Maybe you don't know what the word patron is. Don't worry, it's not too important. Everything's fine. If I'm fine, then you're fine. Then I'm fine, so let's keep going. See, you don't even realize it, but I already smuggled in the second layer of complexity, and it didn't even overwhelm you. Look, see? See? Look, that's easy. You're doing it. You're doing so good. You're now familiar with the boss slayer. And remember how I said that Nex is affiliated with ancient magics? And remember how I said that Nex will attack you? Well, I'm gonna blow your mind. When Nex attacks you, he will use ancient magics. Boom. And there it is. That's the whole fight. I know for a fact that 99% of you have tanked an ice barrage as you're doing that clue scroll in the wilderness. You may have lost your spade, but what you didn't lose was your understanding of ancient magics. And I know that you all have a great understanding of ancient magics. You know for a fact that it's smoke, shadow, blood, and ice. And I know that you're still with me because we haven't even really said anything yet. But what you don't know is that we've actually said everything. As with any linear progression, you start in the top left and you go clockwise. Next we'll use smoke spells, then shadow spells, then blood, and then ice. And now you're a Nex master, because I know that you know what each of these ancient spells do. Smoke poisons and drains your stats, shadow drains your attack, blood heals, and ice freezes. So when you're in the fight, all of that is going to be happening to you. Now, I am gonna actually start telling you some things you don't know, because Nex is a fucking general. He's not just gonna be casting the basic ass version of these spells, he's gonna be casting some enhanced versions. For the smoke phase, he'll make you cough. I know, right? So powerful. The coughing will drain stats and it'll spread to other players. So stand away from other players and drink a dose of super restore and then you'll be fine. It's that easy. And if you're doing it right, you don't even have to do anything because you're not going to cough. So you literally don't have to do anything. And by the way, you might notice that the layer is divided into quarters. That is because every time Nex loses a quarter of his HP, he progresses to the next phase. Look at you. You didn't even know that, but you actually did know that. And now you know it for real. And it didn't even take any cognitive processing because it's so easy because you're doing so well. So here we go. The second phase, the shadow phase, is where things can go wrong pretty fast. But if you know what you're doing, you're going to be completely fine. In a nutshell, don't stand in the boss's shadow. Where is the shadow? It's under the boss. So what are you going to do? You're going to stand as far away from her as possible. The closer you get to her, the higher her max hit will be. So stand away from her. Now we're almost to the end. We've only got 2 more phases to go. In the blood phase, she'll call upon her army and summon some additional help. They'll heal her. You can kill them or not, depending on your DPS. You might not even have to, but they don't even really do much damage to you. Be wary of attacking the boss while she's summoning her minions, because she will heal during that phase. It's pretty obvious. And even if you do it, it's not gonna like be that big of a deal or anything. And then you're in the ice phase. She'll either imprison herself or imprison you in an ice prison. If she imprisons you, your teammates have to get you out by attacking the ice. And if she imprisons herself, you don't have to do anything, because why would she even do that? She's dumb. She imprisoned herself. You just stand there and that's all you have to do is nothing. So you're literally done with the fight, except I was kind of being a little bit deceitful because there's one final phase and it's the perfect final phase for the Zaros boss, the Zaros phase. And despite this phase being the perfect quintessential phase, the only thing you need to know is one thing. When she's praying melee, don't melee her. Do any other kind of DPS and you'll be fine. Probably just range her. Bro, you're literally a Nex master now. I've explained every single thing. As you might expect, there's probably a ton more things I could say, which would help immensely when you're actually doing the fight and improving your overall experience here. But as far as having a conceptual grasp on the fight itself, you're there. You did it. And I'm here. And I did it. And we all did it together. And now we can fucking carry on with the video and the whole series. And everyone will know what's going on. And yeah, it's just, it's gonna be a great time. So I'm happy to be here. And hopefully you guys are too. All right, our first ever not mass at Nex. We did manage to find a team in our Discord. What do we get? Some water runes and some rubies. All right, we're up to 30 KC now. Many more to come. All right, so remember how I said you need to stand really far away from him in the shadow phase? Well, what's gonna happen is he's gonna run at us. And when he does that, you need to walk under him. If you do it right, it'll reset him back to the center of the room, back to where he's super far away from you and he won't deal damage to you. And yeah, it looks like we did it, or someone did it. I don't know. It happened, and that's what you want to see. Oh, this is my first time getting hit with this thing. We got AGS or fucking ZGS specs, and then we run away, just like the ZGS spec. And if you don't know what a ZGS spec is, I think it just damages you. And then it'll heal Nex for the amount of damage dealt. So as you can imagine, that is a blood phase special attack. Oh my fucking god, full Torva in 1 kill. Just kidding. It was the Grandmaster Combat Achievement. I guess we did that. Didn't feel perfect to me, but I guess we did it. Shit, I forget to do this every single time. I have to equip my ancient equipment or the fucking guys out here are gonna start slapping me. Go, 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 go. Open the door. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Thank you. Okay, whew. All right. I guess we were fine that time, but sometimes like the whole room gets on you and it's not fine. I didn't want to overwhelm you with details in the main boss overview. I wanted to keep it really concise, and now I can concisely tell you that between each phase transition, you'll kill a minion associated with whichever style of ancient magic that phase was. So you just stand here ranging them. They're super easy. The first one is named Fumus. It's the smoke one. The second one is Umbra. It's the shadow one. The third one is Cruor, the blood one. And the ice one is named Glacius. They're all incredibly easy. They have no mechanics. You just attack them and that's it. But I have to include that because it's part of the fight. All right, so up until now, we've been doing like 5 to 6 mans. This is our first ever 4-man, so I guess that means it'll be a bit harder. Not like harder, but probably requires that you know the mechanics a bit more, as I'm probably gonna have to be responsible for roughly a quarter of the damage. Oh yeah, we hit a fucking 54. Take that, fucking idiot Nex. Oh, no, 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 no. Bro, that was a big attack. Fucking Matrix AI attack right there. Yeah, I think you can just not get hit by that if you move when she does it on you. And yeah, it's only a phase 1 attack that she'll do that. She'll pick a direction and then do that attack in that direction. And if you don't move like me, then you will get hit by it. But if you move into a different direction, a direction that she's not looking, then you will not get hit by that. So let's do that from now on. How about that? Bro, I am out of food and out of everything. If you don't do the kill right, you do take a lot of damage. I think I'm just gonna go over here. I don't know if that is bad, but she's basically dead. It seems to be working. Yay, the team clutched it out. Our first ever 4-man completed. What do we get? 38 KC. We didn't even get full Torva. But yeah, man, we are improving. 4-mans are the new PB. We are now up to 40 KC. You'll love to see it. Also, I haven't talked about this altar yet. As with any God Wars dungeon, there is an altar in the room. However, this one is special, as you saw right there. And not only fully regens my prayer, but also my HP, run energy, and spec. You do have to have a Zerosian item equipped in order for it to not just restore your prayer. So for me, I just have to remember to equip my ancient ceremonial mask. So that's incredibly useful. You can actually use it in the middle of the fight as well. The only time you can't use it is if you're actively in combat, but since Nex is only like officially attacking one person at a time, there's a pretty high chance that she's not attacking you and that you're not in combat, and so you can just basically use the altar whenever you want. Bro, 24 Onyx Bolts E, that's like a 250,000 GP, but I can't even hold on to it. It's so sad. Can't even hold on to it. I mean, I could, but then I'd just be like doing these kills like with -1 inventory spot, which means we're like a lot less likely to secure the next kill. I would much rather secure a kill at next and have a chance to get a piece of Torva than hold on to 250k, you know what I mean? Nihil Shard. Oh, 26 Nihil Shard. Dude, all right. That is a useful drop to know about because, well, how much loot we should expect to have in X amount of KC actually scales with these Nihil Shards. Because you can just look at your collection log. If you come over to Next, you can see how many Nihil Shards you've gotten. And that roughly scales proportionally at a ratio of 400 to 1 Nihil Shards to uniques. Some people will tell you it's actually 250 to 1, which is true in a sense. The reason it's actually 400 to 1 is because when you're killing the spiritual mages to be able to get in here, those guys will drop Nihil Shards as well. And so if you account for that, it actually comes out to 400 to 1. And thanks to Vei Lin for notifying me that I should probably keep those, because we're gonna need 250 of those to make the Zarite crossbow. So I didn't really even know that, so thanks to him for telling that to me. And yeah, so that's just a really great thing to finally get on the map with. We have received our first Nihil Shards. All right, guys, I suspect this might be my first ever MVP. It'll notify you in the chat who the MVP is every kill. And I feel like I was just hitting like really solid this kill. So let's see. Yay! I was the MVP for the fight. I even got the big bone drops to prove it. So if we got the Torva there, it probably would have been ours. Bro, MVP again with the juicy ass drop. Look at this. 6 brews and 3 restores. Holy shit, man. that is really good. I am also really tempted to hold on to these cannonballs because they're going to be really good for Turiel skipping once we get to the imbued heart grind. But I just cannot bring myself to hold on to anything from here, man. The inventory's so cramped. You use so much supplies every kill, so it kind of pains me to leave them on the ground, but I think that's just how it's gonna be. Ecumenical key shard? I don't even know what that is. Oh, if you get 50, then you get an ecumenical key. Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing. I guess we just dropped that, but it seems like that might be useful. If you want an ecumenical key, you could just get some shards and then get a key. Hey, good morning, guys. So I had said that I'm not going to be banking any loot from Nex, but since the team disbanded, I figured I may as well just throw this runite ore and coal into the looting bag. So I was wrong. We are going to be banking some loot throughout this grind. So yeah, it's a nice little like 200k GP or something. Also, I think I'm actually just going to put the max cape back on the cape rack while we're killing Nex, because I don't really need it. It's just nice to be able to like get around super fast because we can teleport to the POH with it, obviously, but I mean we don't need to do that, so we don't like need to do that. So, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch the left click on the Avernic Defender to teleport to more old wreck. So if I'm ever in a pinch and I'm about to like die or something, I can just do this Boom, more wreck teleport takes me here right outside the Inferno. And then I guess we just run over to this fairy ring here to get back to the POH. And then we can like collect ourselves and everything. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this long term, but it seems like clearing up one inventory space just seems like a really good thing to do. So yeah, shout out to Sienna Sniper for recommending this, because he actually commented this idea and I was like, damn, honestly pretty solid tip, tie. So yeah, thanks to him for recommending this. And I do always read all the comments, even though I don't respond most of the time. So just know that when you're writing them, that I will actually read it. Bro, I have never seen this before. Someone picked up and then dropped the anti-poison, so I can't pick it up because as an Iron Man, I can't pick up items that other players have dropped. We're in 2024 and brand new things are still happening to me. Also, yeah, I guess it kind of goes without saying, we're probably just going to be starting every day with like a good old anti-poison looting session. I'll just get like a full inventory of these and that should last us for, I don't know, I guess the whole day. All right, there's actually this one kind of cool little neat strat that I accidentally discovered very recently, and I haven't really even tested it at all here, but I'm going to give it a good old test. Essentially, I want to decant these anti-poisons into one dose, but just the anti-poisons. And if you decant on bombard here, it decants all of your noted potions in your inventory into one dose. But I don't want to do that, so what we're going to do is we're only going to bring enough GP to decant the super anti-poisons, and because they're the first one in the inventory, I feel like this should work. It worked, dude, I can't believe it, it worked. And as you can see, it would require 4 GP per vial to decant the rest of them, so that is why this works. And the alternative way to do this, of course, would just be to drop all of the potions that we don't want decanted, so you know, like 70,000 potions on the ground. And if I can avoid doing that, then obviously that's going to be good, because if I DC with those on the ground, man, this account's just done. So, and I'm happy that we learned that we can do that, because no one ever told me that. I've never heard anyone say that, so as far as I'm aware, this is a world first. We're breaking records, folks. Alrighty, so last thing before we get back into next, I just went ahead and spent 1 mil on thrall casts. So this is going to be like a little over 800 thralls. Looks like that's about 20 hours worth of thrall uptime, so probably should not be running out of those for a while. Also, one more thing before we get back to next, because we don't have the max cape, we're having to resort to our backup strats for just getting a bit of food to bring in there. So I guess we'll just take these bass and trout. We don't need that much food. These are just for the ancient mages that we're going to have to kill for our ancient essence. So they can also poison you too. So I'm just going to bring like 2 doses of anti-poison. And yeah, this should be enough to secure us the ancient essence that we're going to get for today's next killing. It's really nice as we're killing the spiritual mages. They drop these ancient brews. And ancient brews boost your magic level. And they also restore a bit of prayer. So I could just like camp my protection prayers and not have to one-tick flick them and just like super chill AFK kill the spiritual mages, because we're just going to be getting like more and more ancient brews. They're pretty common. I get them like once every like 5 kills, it feels like. And they also just drop like full super restores too. So one of the guys from my Discord last night mentioned this CC called Next Free For All, and so I just found a bunch of people. I have no idea how this is going to go because these are all random people, but it's better than nothing because currently no one's on. So yeah, we're gonna do a little 4-man with these random people. So yeah, let's see how it goes, I guess. Whoa, wait, what the fuck? He just like pulled me in and turned my prayer off. I have not seen that a single time in all of my like 50 KC here. Of course it happens with the randos. They're probably conspiring against me with Nex. I guarantee it. Oh, nihil shards again. Yay. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we kind of had to like tank most of the kill, so I wasn't really potted most of the time because I guess our defense bonuses probably just aren't as good as these guys. But so yeah, that's not ideal. But yeah, I guess we're gonna hold on to these nihil shards. I'll just drop the rune ore for the guys. And yeah, once we are done with this day, I guess, of nexing, then we'll go put the nihil shards in the looting bag, and then we'll just keep a big old stack of those going. And yeah, since I'm a UIM, obviously I can only do restricted amount of trips, and that's not going to fly with the average person. So we're down to a trio. This is my first ever trio, so this is going to be interesting. These are what we're going to be targeting once we like fully get into the swing of things, because these are going to be the most efficient runs in terms of getting the most drops per hour. So if we can pull this off, then we are going to be set up in a very nice way. So I guess good luck us. Hey dude, our first ever next trio, the combat achievement coming in completed here. You'll love to see it. Wow, yeah, that went great. That went great. Definitely tested my ability, but I think we are going to manage to be able to pull that off. Well, My first ever death. I panicked, couldn't get to the Vernic in time. Well, I guess we're gonna try and get our stuff back. We're gonna want a Zamorak item, a Saradomin item, and an Armadillo item. This should protect us sufficiently from the guys at the God Wars dungeon. I don't actually know if we have a death bank or a death pile. We'll find out in a sec. If it turns out it is indeed a death pile, then we're safe. But if it's a death bank and we die on our way back there, then we are gonna wipe all of our stuff from the game. So the God Wars dungeon is just a pretty bad place to try and get your stuff back because things are going to be attacking you. All the other God Wars dungeon bosses are a death pile, so all your stuff just goes on the ground. It doesn't matter if you die. But I'm just going to be extremely careful coming back in here. All right, we are back in here. Is there a chest in this room? Please be in this room. Here we go. Here's our chest. Do we have to pay the GP to get it out? Yeah, it's 100k fee. Okay, that is fine. We don't have to tank any of the ancient guys who are all over here. Also, we have infinite time to get back to this because it's just this chest, so we don't have to worry about a 1 hour despawn time on all of our items. So we are good to go. On the plus side, we can also go ahead and throw these Nihil shards into the looting bag because we would have had to do that anyway. All right, we are now doing another trio with people from my Discord, so this has been way better. I'm not the delegated tank because of all the randos who want the UIM to tank. It's fine if they do that. It's not that big a deal. It's just like, it's nice when to be treated like a little baby to get all the loot potential in my name. So there is the kill. We didn't even get full Torva. Also, I think I've pretty much gotten down the supplies that we want to bring in there. For 3-mans, it's 8 brews, 4 restores, 2 super combats in the range. And for anything above that, we can just start like taking off brews and restores because you just use less supplies, obviously, if you're killing him faster. Since this is a 4-man, I'm just gonna get rid of the 8th brew. That way we can switch to our range setup without having to drop a potion. It's just a nice little quality of life. We don't need that many brews in 4-man, so we should be fine. Also, I decided to run a little DPS calc on Nex. I'm not gonna like show this in depth or anything, but essentially when we're fighting Nex, our melee setup is stronger than our range setup, like so much so that even when we compare a max range with rigor and range pot setup compared to a non-potted melee setup with no prayers on, the melee is still stronger. That's why I opt to bring 2 super combats and only 1 range, because we really just really want to be meleeing him as much as we can, and for the most part we get to melee him the whole fight, so it works out great. This would be such a nice drop to pick up blood essence and the cannonballs. That would be useful. 500 cannonballs, man, but we are not gonna be picking it up. Alrighty friends, well, it appears as though we have reached optimum video length once again. I had a ton of fun making this video and I'm extremely excited for this grind. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you want to be notified when the next video drops, feel free to subscribe, and as always guys, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. Take care. Until next time, I love you. Bye. Massive shout out to the YouTube members. At the silver tier, we've got Chester, Thornforge, Brendan, Toasty the Wizard, Benjamin H, Cookie Cake, Gangplank Main, Kenneth M, Nihilism Rip, Trogator, Chicken Noodles, Clump, Alfredo, JBT, Cope, Fruboy, and Jacob P. For the gold tier, we've got Aea, Misks, David Moon, Killer Queen, Belham, Dumping Till Death, Gilly, Obtainable Beer, MF'd, Amorn Tripod, Soapski, Big Dick 69, It's Slits, and Romelu Scorelot. Cheers guys, see you in the next one.